Yo, yo, yo. I totally forget what episode this is, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. What episode are we
16.
on?
16.
Episode 16. Let's fucking go. Welcome to episode 16 of the Q&A pod. I'm Q, he's A, and this is the biggest collapse in football history.
Bro,
Holy fuck.
sports. Fucking sports. I don't care what fan you are I don't care if you like the Yankees, the fucking Celtics, cricket. The Dallas Cowboys are the worst fucking sports in sports history.
The worst
Fucking
sports. This guy
That's how
said
fucking retarded this
he just
thing
started
is.
panicking. The worst
Yeah,
sports. They're the worst
bro.
sports.
They fucked my parlay too, and I sat there thinking about it, like, yo, no way they lose in the first fucking round. Like, the Packers are good,
Bro,
but the first round,
Bro, this is fucking pathetic. The thing with the
pathetic.
Cowboys is I actually expected this. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. All year we said it from the beginning, first pod to the second pod to the bro. There's the Cowboys will never win a Super Bowl in our lifetime, and it's for one fucking reason. It's because Jerry Jones is a racist cuck. Okay, no one wants to play for that racist motherfucker. When it comes down to it, when it's time to die, when it's time to get that extra fucking inch in the playoffs, you start thinking about this racist old hag, and then you're like, you know what? I'm not down for the Cowboys. And let me tell you some fucking thing about the Cowboys and their bitch ass fans, okay? You racist motherfuckers. I have a friend that went to a Cowboys game, and you know what he told me? He's like, dude, they are racist as fuck. He's like, it was a terrible experience. The seats are shit. The fans said racist shit. And he's like, it was just fucking terrible. So fuck you. Fuck the Cowboys. I'm glad you lost. I don't have anything personal against Dak Prescott. You guys can blame him left and right. But I have something against that fucking defense. Dan Quinn is known for collapses. Dan Quinn is literally the reason the Falcons went. They're the team that went like it made fun of when they were up 28-3. Dan Quinn is known for fucking collapses. And if you take away all the bullshit and we talk about football, Dan Quinn's a fucking moron. All year, bro, all fucking year, they've played man to man. All year, man to man coverage with the best defenses with Micah Parsons and Gilmore up top. And then now, last fucking second, they switched to zone defense. It was a fucking collapse because you morons overthought everything you did. Dan Quinn was sitting there overthinking, how am I going to stop the Packers, which shouldn't have been that fucking hard. You played zone defense, and Jones just fucking ran through you guys like a bunch of idiots. Why would you switch? Who switch? Your team, I don't. You were fucking first in the NFC East, or basically first, tied with the Eagles, and you switched last second. You switched your
Yeah,
scheme last second. You're just
bro.
dumb. You deserve to fucking lose.
Shout out to Jordan Love, though. He played a hell of a game. Their defense sucked cock, but he played a hell of a game.
Bro, I swear to God, I could have made some of those throws. There's no
He made,
fucking.
he made nice
There
throws,
was
though.
there was two of them that were. Yeah, he did. But there were two of them that were wide open, like
Yeah, yeah.
wide open. And for a high school quarterback, no joke, from Texas could have made those throws. It was a fucking
Bro,
joke. It was pathetic, man. You don't switch. That's in any sport. You don't switch schemes last second. You're like, let's turn it up on them, and you switch in football. You don't do that. You don't go from man to zone. Everything gets fucked up. Your reads are different. The way you mark up players is different. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm glad you lost, Cowboys. You don't deserve to win. Not
they're
because
going to
you're
kill
racist,
Terry Jones.
not
They're going to
because
kill
you're
him.
a shit team, not because your owner is a scumbag. None of that. Forget all that. You lost because you're just football fucking retarded. Go fuck yourselves.
They're the worst fans in the world too. They're 8-0. They're fucking undefeated at home, 2 years almost, right? And they're fucking going crazy. We're going to the NFC Championship. We're going to the NFC Championship. Shut the fuck up. And bro,
Yeah.
Stephen A. I was so excited for Stephen A's reaction because like everyone's waiting on Stephen A to just make that stupid little smile.
I think low key it's because Skip Bayless is a massive Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
so it's low key like a nice way to shit on him.
On
Man,
first take, because Shannon and him both hate the Cowboys. So together, they're both directly
bro,
just talking shit
everyone
to
hates the
Skip.
Cowboys. I might even move to Dallas and I still fucking hate the Cowboys. I'll never be a Cowboys fan. I'll be the one dude that's sitting there like fuck the Cowboys.
Bro, fast forward
Terrible
2 years,
organization,
he's
man.
got the star on his hat.
What? Oh, bro, there's not a fucking chance, bro. The thing is with the Cowboys too, and honestly, like, forget all the stuff we just said. Offensively, they're actually not a fucking bad team. They have arguably the best wide receiver in the game, CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott's a good fucking quarterback. They just want to throw
No,
him
he's
under the
not.
bus all the time.
No, he's not.
He's a good quarterback. He's not
No,
just a
he's
game
not.
manager. I don't give a fuck what Cam Newton says. He's not a game manager.
Okay,
He's a good
crap.
quarterback, bro.
In
He's
the
not the
playoffs-
reason they lost.
In the playoffs, he's not a good quarterback. Maybe in the regular season, he can hide behind his bullshit. But in the playoffs, he has a losing record in the fucking playoffs.
Bro,
Bro, and
they
he
always
collapsed.
play behind. They always play behind. His defense has never
So?
held up for him.
Then you're
If
not a
your
quarterback,
defense doesn't
bro.
hold up, if your defense doesn't hold up, bro, Tom Brady's defenses, for many years held him up throughout the season and playoffs.
Tom
Whatever
Brady
anyone
came
says,
back from 28-3, bro. Don't compare him to Dak Prescott. It's not even close.
that's the one time. But they beat the Rams 13-3. Do we forget that? They
Fine.
give up they scored 13 points. I'm the Rams fan. That was fucking devastating. We scored 3 points. We had the dirtiest offense that year. That was the year we went like toe to toe with the Chiefs in the highest scoring game ever.
Interceptions, bro. He's throwing pick sixes. He's panicking. He's fucking.
Bro, it's not that he's
in the playoff.
panicking. It's not that he's panicking. It's that he's playing behind. He's playing behind, and he can't play safer throws. He's got to go for home runs every time. And it makes it hard as a quarterback if you're going for home runs consistently, like especially when you're down, bro. They were down this whole game.
You can't panic. You just can't.
You also can't give up 40, but they can't give up 40. They just want to. I think they're just using Dak as a scapegoat, and teams love to do that with quarterbacks, right?
It was both. Dak's got to go, bro. If you're the Cowboys, he's got to go. McCaffrey's got to go. This is done.
Who are you gonna? Yeah, McCaffrey's done. Fired instantly. Dan Quinn should go. I don't know about McCarthy. Dan Quinn's got to get fired immediately. In football, the defensive coach makes the calls.
He fucked them nice.
He fucked them. Fucked them nice.
Have a quarterback that panics, bro. Okay, you're gonna go down. That's just part of the game. You can't just fucking panic. You know
I don't think he's panicking, bro. I think you're putting there's a certain level of pressure that just becomes not pressure, a certain level of we're so behind that you start feeling like, man, we got to take some risks here. Football's a clock management game. You control the clock, you win the game in football. A lot of times, unless you're going for
field goal range, get 3 points. Like he wasn't getting anything. Literally nothing was working for him in the first half.
I can't blame Dak for any of this, bro. I blame the defense. You can't give up. What did they give up? Like over 40 points in a playoff game? We're not winning. Micah Parsons and the entire defense, Parsons is one of the best defenders in the world, but overall as a defense, bro, they looked pathetic. A high school team could have dropped 50 on them. Packers are not a good team. Packers are going to lose next week. There's no doubt in my mind. Packers are out next week.
They're playing the Ravens.
They're not playing the Ravens. Packers are in the NFC. Hey, bro, come on, man. You can't be picking the fuck up like that.
No, the 49ers. I was mixing it up. Yeah, they're getting slapped. But
absolutely
they already overachieved, bro. They already overachieved.
Slap.
Doesn't matter at this point. That's a win for their season.
Well, after that collapse, we had an even fucking bigger collapse. The Philadelphia Eagles.
That's not worse.
The Cowboys collapse is expected. I fucking expect the Cowboys to be shit. Like every year, you expect the same shit. It's kind of like with the Leafs, honestly. Sad to say, as a Toronto fan, but
the Eagles were on a losing. They were losing bare games after.
No. But they had the biggest season collapse I've ever seen. They were number one in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
They were controlling the clock on teams, just fucking milking the clock, milking it, and then they lost to the 49ers. In week 13, and holy fuck, they just panicked. That's a true panic. You know why? Because they didn't have a crazy amount of injuries. Their QB was still relatively healthy. AJ Brown got hurt in the playoffs, but AJ Brown was good the last few weeks. Kelsey was still the same. Goddard was still the same. They still have Devontae Smith. Their team was relatively good, bro. They had one bad week against the 49ers, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. There was a massive disconnect after that week. The worst.
Look at their stats, bro. They were 10-1, but there was all field goals. They were like the worst team in the red zone. So it's like they knew their offense was trash. So they were teetering at 10-1. Then it collapsed. So it was overstated. They shouldn't have been 10.
I don't know, man. Their formula of winning is control the clock, run the ball, control the clock, and keep like the lead, keep the lead. And that got them to the Super Bowl, I think last year, right? So
yeah,
they were on a trajectory. They shouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe if they shouldn't have been 10-1, maybe being first in the NFL is a little too much. But they fucking collapsed, man. There was a massive disconnect too with their team. That is a true definition of. Even as a fan, you can tell the players and the coaches were not on the same page whatsoever. And you could see it. You could literally see it. I don't have to be in that locker room. I could see it. They didn't believe in Sirianni. I don't know who's calling their offense, who's calling their defense. There was reports that the players were unsure who was going to call what, and things were just messy. And I think when you see a disconnect like that, one, the coach has got to go, even though I think he's a good coach. Or you give him, maybe you put him on a really short lease for a short leash for next year. But I think Sirianni's got to go. I keep that same team though. Jalen Hurts is still a stud, future MVP for sure, no fucking doubt.
Well at all, bro. They were riding the Super Bowl.
He didn't play that great.
All year they were riding the Super Bowl.
I don't think Jalen Hurts is I don't think the quarterback's the problem, man. Like when there's a disconnect with the play calling, and players are unsure what they're gonna run, and who's gonna run what, and what kind of schemes we're gonna run. And football is such a calculated game. So guys have to be fucking dialed and focused and disciplined and know what we're going to run, what type of sets we're going to run, when we're going to run them. When there's that disconnect, everyone's like, yo, what are we doing? And you could see it as a fan. You could literally see it. And I actually don't hate Philly as much as I hate the Cowboys. I don't love Philly. But I kind of feel bad for them. I feel like this was it was a weird situation. Players started getting a little dramatic. Like A.J. Brown started going at Jalen Hurts, and they're best friends. And I think that's just their competitors in them. But I think there's a massive disconnect. It sucks for Sirianni. I think he might have to go. Or like I said, you put him on a tight leash first few weeks of next year, and if the team still looks disconnected, he's gone. Like, you got to let him go.
Yeah, if you think it's chemistry, then it's probably the coach. Jalen Hurts, though, didn't have a good game, bro, at all. Like, he didn't play well at all.
I don't like blaming the quarterback all the time.
Too. Why, bro? Yeah,
A.J. Brown's out.
Either.
Brown's out.
You have other weapons, bro.
Devontae Smith had 160 yards, I think. Like you can only like what else are you gonna do? You know,
they were in the game until the safety. They were in the game until the safety. They were actually like staying in the game. Like, oh, maybe there's a chance. Like, I was trying to go to sleep. I'm like, I can't go to sleep. They might actually come back in the fourth. Then the safety happened. Then they got the fucking. I think it was a pick and it was over.
No, I think the two things that changed the game, and I actually, you know what it is? Before, on a 4th and 1, you could fucking guarantee 100% Eagles are getting it. 4th and 1, they're getting it. Guaranteed. Or when they go for it, they get it. There was a play in the second quarter where they got a penalty and it brought them closer to like a 4th and 1. They were 4th and 6, at 4th and 6, and they got to 4th and 1.
Conversion.
And then no, not that one. There was one earlier, and they got fucking turned over. And I'm like, no fucking way. They didn't convert the 4th and 1. I think that one was the 2-point conversion. And then there was one after that was, I think they were fourth and like 8. Then it was like a 4th and 3, and Sirianni went for it. And then Hurts went for the touchdown, and it got turned over on downs again. And I'm like, yo, this team just lacks confidence. They are not as good as they were. They don't have that connect, and I think that's what it came down to, man. I feel bad because Jason Kelce's retired now. Like, he's done, you know. So
why would you feel bad? It is what it is. You're not gonna win every year you retire.
Yeah, I know, but it would have been nice. I like Kelce, even though his brother's a COVID sellout. But it's all good.
I was watching their fucking pod, and they had to cut the pod midway because Travis got under his skin so bad. He's like, I can't. I have to leave this pod, and he just left. I'm like, that was the most.
No way. What did he say?
He said something.
Wait, like Travis got under Jason's skin?
He was like, he did the choo-choo the train thing, and Jason just looked at him. He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, that's the excuse train? Am I hearing excuses? And then Jason just went dead quiet, just looking around, and the pod cuts. He comes back with different clothes. Like, you may notice I'm wearing different things. I had to take a moment. We're filming this the next day. No one knows how to get under my skin better than my fucking little brother. I'm like, damn.
Oh my
God.
God.
Had to leave the pod.
That's the ultimate brother thing, though. You know, fuck with your brother. Like, push him to the edge.
He fucked him.
Push him right to the edge and right to the edge. Right when he's about to break, you just be like, all right, my bad, bro.
He fucking
that makes him even more annoyed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but I mean, look, like, Travis Kelce's, I'm going to just flat out say it. Travis Kelce's not the same dude, bro. He actually kind of sucks now. Like, he's basically just a decoy. Travis Kelce, like, you're at the point of your career, bro. You're not the same. He's just a decoy. That's what he is. He's a decoy. He's going to make 1-2 big touchdown catches, I can guarantee you, but he's just a decoy at this point for them. He's not the same dude. He's not as explosive. He's not as powerful. He's not running routes the same.
Good, bro. He's not catching. He's got good looks. He's not catching for some reason. I don't get it. He had 2 drops last game. It makes no sense.
He's not the same, bro. He's not as explosive, man. He can't find holes as fast. Tight end's a tough position to play.
He played well against the Dolphins.
I don't think he played that well. I think that whole I think the Dolphins just played like shit. I think the Dolphins lost that game more than KC won that game. Honestly, KC's gonna get fucking
Dolphins
spanked.
suck, bro. By the Bills?
Wait, who's playing who? Let's be clear here.
The Chiefs
Ravens
are
are
playing the
playing. Chiefs are playing the Bills, and who's
Yeah.
Ravens playing? What does that mean? With the Ravens are playing
Who's
Bills.
the OC?
Let me check this, bro. You always gotta check this stuff. Moment break. Oh, KC Bills. Oh, CJ Stroud and Lamar Jackson. That's a good matchup.
Yeah.
That's a good
I fucking
matchup.
hope they pull the upset, bro. I'm praying.
I hope so
they
fucking too, man.
Slap the Browns. Slap the Browns, and CJ Stroud was still overthrowing his throws, bro. It was crazy.
I hope so too, but at the same time, I really actually no, I don't hope so. I'm gonna take that shit back. This is the thing, as you can tell, I'm fucking torn about Lamar. Like I fucking love Lamar Jackson. I want him to win so bad.
Yeah, he's winning.
I
MVP.
just want him. Well, we don't have to get. We'll talk about MVP later, but I think Lamar Jackson is the most overhated quarterback, and I'm gonna fucking flat out say it. People hate Lamar Jackson because he's a running quarterback, and I don't know why they hate running quarterbacks.
Well,
why do people hate? No, because he's black. I mean, maybe that's the fucking reason. I don't know why they hate Lamar Jackson. Why do people hate running quarterback? Why is it a bad thing? What do you mean it's boring? It's the most exciting shit I've ever seen in my life.
Bro.
What?
It's like dunking. It's like what Steph Curry did at NBA. You want to see deep threes, bro. You want to see fucking Hail Mary throws. You don't want to see some guy fucking run.
What are you talking about? Oh my god!
He's not running.
Running quarterbacks are way more exciting than throwing quarterbacks. No.
Quarterbacks with a
Michael
cannon
Vick
on their arm. No, but
Michael Vick was the most
on their fucking arm. That's the most exciting thing to watch. You want to see fucking
Lamar's probably the most accurate quarterback in the NFL.
Cannons, not accurate cannons.
I don't fucking cannon. They're all white guys that have cannons, bro.
That's why they love them. Or they're racist.
Fuck that. Nah, bro. Running quarterbacks are way more exciting. Bro, Lamar Jackson makes guys fucking miss. So effortless. He looks like a deer running. It's fucking beautiful to watch. He makes guys literally miss. NFL players, which, by the way, NFL players are the worst fucking tacklers. I'll rant about that in a little bit. Lamar Jackson makes everybody fucking miss. Everyone. Any team, any defense, any player, any defensive end, any linebackers, any fucking safeties, cornerbacks. He's a machine.
Every player you're throwing to is running. No one else is throwing but the quarterback. So you want to see your quarterback throw. You want to see your quarterback run because you have fucking everyone else running on the field too, bro.
Why are we acting like his throwing stats are garbage? This is fucking madness.
He runs more. Everyone knows he runs. He's than a normal quarterback. That's
bro, he's the hardest quarterback to stop in the fucking world. Aside from Pat Mahomes. And okay, take away the two GOATs of the last 10 years. Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, A-Rod, all those guys. Get the fuck out of here. Joe Burrow's more exciting to watch.
Bro. Way more exciting.
Oh my God. Maybe this is fucking racism and I just can't see it.
Before this year, Joe Burrow was up there with fucking Mahomes. Everyone's talking about who's it going to be, right? Is he up next? Come on, bro.
Why do they not talk about Lamar? Lamar won a fucking MVP at 23, bro.
Yeah,
that's fucking madness. That's literally madness.
You have to have moments. If you don't,
he's a baby. Lamar can suck for the next 3 years, and he's still a fucking baby. He can collapse next week.
Disagree. But you have
he can collapse next year and collapse the year after, and he's still a baby.
There's no moment, bro. Mahomes got 13 seconds, gets the touchdown. That's a moment. Lamar has no fucking real moment.
He's literally an MVP, bro. Lamar Jackson.
What's his moment, bro? In the playoffs,
MVP,
it's not exciting. That's why no one likes him.
Bro, do you not understand that in the NFL there's like 2 playoff games basically? Like he's gonna get a divisional round. Next week's the championship round, and then that's it. You're in the Super Bowl. Like it's not like
Dak's measured on, bro. Dak's measured on his playoff performance. No one gives a fuck he did well in the regular season. He collapsed, right?
Lamar is gonna fucking dominate next week. Then they're gonna go to the AFC Championship, and then he's in AFC Championship. That's all you need. And this is why Lamar is so overhated. This is what I mean. He's so overhated. How could anyone hate Lamar? Good dude. Unbelievable fucking football player. Fast as fuck. Accurate throws. Yes, does he zip it the way Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes or Joe Burrow or maybe even Herbert do? No. Is he just as accurate though? Does he still make the same impact? Yes. No one's Pat Mahomes, bro. No one's Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is
Right,
the
but
top.
you're in a league where you're gonna have to play him. Right, you're in a league with him or Allen. You're gonna have to play one of them. And if they outperform you, everyone's gonna shit the fuck on Lamar.
Why
You
is
know what I
Josh
mean?
Allen? Josh Allen gets way
I
more
agree.
love than Lamar Jackson from the general
I agree.
NFL public. Fucking ridiculous. He's a running just because he's white. I've come down to it. There's no other reason. How? Tell me a reason. Why do people love? Oh my god, this whole cannon thing, bro. Lamar. I actually love guys that are genius. Like Tom Brady didn't have a cannon, bro. Why? Like,
still made the bro. Tom Brady has a career of just highlights. When Lamar will get it, bro. If Lamar's who he
Lamar's a goat.
He will get his
Lamar's
highlights.
a goat. Lamar's already certified Hall of Famer in 2 years.
Yeah, but no one cares about the boring chip away accurate. Everyone wants to see
so much disrespect. So much disrespect. Lamar's the fucking goat.
Bro, you want that shock factor. What's Lamar's shock factor? When did it hasn't happened yet? When it happens, he'll get his respect.
He's a baby, bro. He's a fucking baby. There's dudes in college football older than him. Take that in. In college right now, there's dudes older than Lamar. Bro, Lamar's so
Right now,
he's because
get your moment. He will have it.
He doesn't need to. He's already should be the most respected. He came in at like 21. They disrespected him and tried to make him a fucking running back. They tried to tell him become a running back. Then he won MVP.
You'd rather watch him over Mahomes, over fucking Josh Allen, over fucking Burrows. You're
all of them.
No, they're exciting, bro.
That's why it's hard for me to pick. Like I'm rooting so hard for the Ravens. I love CJ Stroud too. Like, but at the same time, I'm torn because I'm not a real fan of either of them, so I can't pretend I am. But I'm a real fan of Lamar. And I'm like, yo, Lamar's fucking sick to watch, man. It's like, it's exhilarating. Literally, he's fucking exhilarating. Does he make all the nasty throws? No, but I also like everyone can make nasty throws. It's so common. Justin Herbert can do it. Joe Burrow can do it. Pat Mahomes can do it. Josh Allen can do it. CJ Stroud does it. Matt Stafford does it. Jared Goff does it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who can do what Lamar can do? No. Who can do what Lamar would do?
Society. Gives a fuck, bro. No one wants to watch that.
What?
We're all watching 30-second clips, bro. This is what the new society is.
Watch the 30-second clip of Lamar fucking dominating. I don't understand.
Wide receivers, running backs run the fucking ball. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to see highlight.
That's why it's so amazing. You're watching a quarterback who's like not even maybe 210 pounds, making dudes that are 260 and faster than a miss, make him look like babies, shifting left to right.
I'm just telling you why. But I agree he's a great quarterback. I'm just telling you why everyone likes someone else more.
That doesn't make sense. I think it's just we either say what we don't want to say and mention the elephant in the room and say they don't like him because he's black.
Bro, even fucking all those guys, Shannon, they hype him heavy because he's black. They push him because he's black.
Okay, yes, and you know what? They fucking should, because everybody hypes up all the white guys all the fucking time. And I don't want to make it a race bait thing, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a race bait thing. They hype up the white quarterbacks so much. Look, CJ Stroud, I know he's a black guy. Pat Mahomes is a black guy. All these guys, but none of them are for the culture like Lamar. And I'm sorry to say that none of them are for the culture like Lamar. Lamar is a running quarterback. Not like the zip it in between tight angles. He could still do that too. That's what makes him so fucking good. And I'm like, yo, he doesn't get the love he deserves. He doesn't get the credit that he was an MVP, a baby MVP, while there's guys in fucking college that are Bo Nix, or whatever the fuck his name is like 30 years old playing for Oregon, is going to go in the second round, while Lamar's raping grown men. He's not even a man yet, and he was raping grown men.
But you have to think about this. If someone, it's kind of like DEI. Let's put politics with sports right now. You know, DEI is the diversity bullshit, right? But it's if you're gonna push someone because they're black, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Fuck that! I'm not gonna support this because Okay, no, that's part of it. If Stephen A. and all those guys are pushing him solely because he's black,
they're not doing it because he's black. They're not doing it because he's black. I'll tell you why they're doing it. Okay, they're doing it because they know that because he's black, all these other media outlets don't give him the credit he deserves. And they know it. And no one wants to say it out loud. No one wants to say it out loud. The NFL doesn't give him the credit he deserves. Excuse me. He doesn't get the same fucking endorsements that Baker Mayfield gets. That alone should tell you what kind of fucking world America is. Baker Mayfield gets better endorsement deals than Lamar Jackson because Baker Mayfield's more marketable. Why? Because he's white. And I love Baker. He's a good dude. I'm not trying to race bait him. But at the same fucking time, let's talk about the elephant in the room. No one gives him the endorsements because Lamar Jackson is a black guy who's clearly from the hood, and they don't want to give him that love. And it's fucking disrespect. And I'd ask the people out there, what's more important and what's more entertaining to watch? What's more important? It might be a quarterback that can sling it, but what's more entertainment is a quarterback that can run. Now, what you get with Lamar is both. You get a dude that can throw. I'm not saying he can fucking throw, and he's the best runner out of all of them. He's a nightmare to defend, bro.
I promise you, when he gets a highlight moment in the championship game, then he's gonna fucking people will love.
He's the equivalent of an 18-year-old in the NBA. He's the equivalent of a rookie winning a championship. An MVP in the NBA. Lamar Jackson. That's what his MVP. Yes. Yeah. That's a great example. He's Derrick Rose, and he needs to get love and hype that D Rose got because Lamar is the most disrespected person in the NFL. The most disrespected person.
Yeah,
and I don't know why. I still I'm trying to is it race? Is everyone just scared to say it out loud? How does he get hate? Doesn't make fucking sense. Bro.
It's because he runs.
Lamar, you're the GOAT,
and because he's black, like dark black. That's football, bro. We consider it is what it is.
But CJ Stroud's black, and he's getting love.
He's new, bro. You get your. He's new, bro. And once you get your moments, they'll love you. This is media.
CJ Stroud already got his first moment by slapping the Browns, but that's also
those two. They shit on the Browns more than giving him credit. I think.
CJ Stroud fucking rate them, bro.
Do you want to go through the rest of the games, or do you want to go through next week's games?
Let's see what we got here. We can do the divisional picks for next week. We'll start with the Texans and Ravens.
Well, you're choosing the Ravens.
I'm going to choose the Ravens. I'm not a diehard fan of either team, but I'd rather the Ravens win just so we can stop the fucking hate on Lamar Jackson.
I'd rather they lose just to see what happens.
What the fuck?
Pandemonium. Because, I will get to this, but I think he's going to win the MVP, and if you lose in your first game to fucking CJ Stroud and you get the MVP after, holy fuck. The media will never end.
I don't care.
Bury you.
They don't understand how young he is. He's going to be a two-time MVP.
I want to see MVP. You want to see it?
How old's Lamar? Can we please Google? Is he 25? Is he even 26 yet? How old's Lamar? He's 27, bro. In football, he's been in the league for so long that it trips me out. I'm like, how long is
Mahomes is 28?
Pat Mahomes is the GOAT.
Fucking realm.
But Pat Mahomes is the GOAT.
Another guy the same age, he doing that much better than you. No one gives a fuck about you.
No, they do because they compare Josh Allen to Pat Mahomes as if Josh Allen's done something. They were comparing Justin Herbert to Pat Mahomes.
Not Justin Herbert.
Joe Burrow had one amazing year, and I'll give him that. But that doesn't overtake Lamar's MVP, bro. Why does that take over?
Anyone? You have to if Joe Burrow beats.
Oh my God!
Mahomes,
if I had Jamar Chase, T Higgins, their whole wide receiver crew was fucking maddening. How you couldn't double team anyone? They had no O line. They had no O-line. I agree, but they had Joe Mixon. Their whole fucking team was stacked. Pro Bowlers across the board. Lamar Jackson OBJ starts for them, and OBJ doesn't have an ACL. He's not the same OBJ, but they give him rep. They're not the same, but they have Mark Andrews, who's the deadly tight end. But so much disrespect on fucking Lamar, man. Unbelievable.
We're spending too much time on Lamar.
Because we should. Lamar Jackson, if we get bigger, you are the GOAT. And I don't know. I would love to ask you why, unfiltered, why you think people don't love you as much as they should.
Okay, so you have the Ravens. If I were to bet, I'd probably bet the Texans. I feel like the money line be nice.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
What's next?
I don't think they'll blow them out. Bills, Chiefs. I'm going the Chiefs. You're probably going with the Bills.
I'm gonna ride with the Bills. Yeah, I don't. The thing is, Stephon Diggs has really faded the last 8 weeks.
Fucked me yesterday.
Stephon Diggs has lost a step the last 8 weeks. I think he might be injured. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's injured and he's just playing through it because he looks a little slower. I'm going to say he's injured for sure. You don't just lose your speed from week to week. He was dominating the first 8 weeks when he looked fresh. The last 9 weeks, I guess, were 17 weeks. They're not as good. So I'm going to take a guess and say he's hurt, but I'm going to pick the Bills just because I really want Buffalo to make it over the hump. So I'm going to go Bills over the Chiefs. From a football perspective, though, it's actually a very good game. Very fucking good game. It's going to be the best game of the weekend for fucking sure. I hope Josh Allen can overcome the Chiefs' demons and takes over. And I think Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce, I think that's their run, the end of their run as a duo, as a dominant duo. That's it.
Because of Travis, not because of Pat.
Oh yeah, obviously not because of Pat. Pat's got like another 10 years.
Bro, the thing is, like, when you look at this game, the Chiefs aren't playing well this year, but they're still like, they would have won like 4 more games if they call like one extra pass or weren't offside or something. You know what I mean? There's always some dumb shit that put them here. So you can't count them out as fucking like they're the defending champs. And the thing with me is like, I think Josh Allen is overhyped. I think he's a solid fucking player, but either one game he's either Superman or one game he's Clark Kent. You know what I mean? There's no in between with Josh Allen. The inconsistency is fucking all over the place. And for Lamar's sake, he needs to lose. If he loses to Pat Mahomes again,
Josh Allen needs to lose?
If he loses to Pat Mahomes again, that hype kind of dies, and maybe they'll look at Lamar. You know what I mean?
They've already. That's so ridiculous because they've already should have been looking at Lamar.
If
Josh Allen won MVP, the whole world would have been sitting there sucking him off like he's a fucking master.
1,000%. I think he's overhyped. I don't think he's a bad player, but I think they love Josh Allen so fucking much that they disrespect other players. I don't think he's as good as they think he is.
Lamar Jackson is underhyped, underrated, underhyped, overhated, disrespected.
I don't think Josh Allen is in Patrick Mahomes' like level. I think Patrick Mahomes is a step above Josh Allen, in my opinion.
Pat Mahomes is, but bro, obviously every league has one guy that's a step above everyone. LeBron,
but not when you talk
Kevin
about
De Bruyne, like any sport you want to talk about.
When they talk about the two of these guys, they keep fucking putting them together. But no one's acknowledging that he's
Pat
way
Mahomes
better.
is above everyone because he was a step above everyone from the moment he won a ring. And he's still a step above everyone. We don't have a second GOAT right now. It's Pat Mahomes, the best quarterback, and then it's everyone else.
Yeah. I want to see him get, I think it's 13 playoff wins. Is it 12 or 13? He'll like jump to like third on the list of all-time playoff wins, which is fucked.
Pat Mahomes is a GOAT. He's solidified. Like it's like about talking about Brady. You know he's the GOAT. There's no point to sit there and like, you know he's the best. So he's at that point where he's clearly the best.
I'd rather them beat the Bills. I think they'd beat the Ravens. And then, I don't know, the Super Bowl, the 49ers will probably, who the fuck knows, a toss-up.
But yeah, well, let's talk about the NFC. Yeah. The 49ers are going to absolutely fucking dismantle the Packers. They're not going to come out. They're not going to change schemes last second and just stop running the ball, Christian McCaffrey, and change their defensive schemes. They're going to fucking obliterate the Packers, obliterate them. That game's a blowout. Like an easy blowout. Yeah, I like Jordan Love, but this is going to be like a teaching moment for him. He's still a kid, so it doesn't matter. In football years, he's a baby.
It sucks so that's an easy one. If the 49ers lose, they're throwing Brock Purdy under the bus. Like you already know the storyline before it comes out.
Yeah, but too much talent, bro, for them to lose. Brendan Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle.
Yeah,
like it's fucking crazy, bro. They're not losing. Too good of a team. Too good of a offense, too good of a defense, not losing. If they lose, I don't know what's going on in the NFC anymore. It's a fucking collapse. By the way, this is the easiest NFC of all time. I'm sorry. Tampa Bay Bucks and Detroit Lions. I love the fucking Lions. That's the team I want to win the Super Bowl. Even though they beat my Rams, I fucking love the Lions.
How can you root for them?
Let me tell you why I root for them. Because one, I love Jared Goff. I think we let him go too early at the time when we let him go. Yes, we won a ring with Stafford. But I never hated Goff. He took us to a Super Bowl as a fucking baby. And I'm like, why? He got so much hate on the Rams. I'm like, why are they hating on him? He was making zips of throws. He was a deadly quarterback, zero ego for a quarterback, was bringing out the best in the entire team, was leading a team with arguably the best football player in the world, in Aaron Donald. He took us, like, he took that team to the Super Bowl. He was playing unbelievable. And they were hating on him like he's just some shitty game manager. And Cam Newton said that about him. Like, this is so much disrespect. I don't know if he watches the games or not. Jared Goff makes fucking zips. Perfect throws, perfect accuracy. Ask Aqib Talib, who's a cornerback for the Rams. and played against Jared Goff in practice, and he's notorious for talking crap about quarterbacks. He was like, "Yo, Jared Goff's a fucking killer. Jared Goff is an amazing quarterback. So much overhate, and yes, he lost his confidence for sure. There's at the end of his Rams tenure, at the beginning of his Lions tenure, he lost his confidence. But I think it's an amazing story. I never hated the Lions, so when they traded him to the Lions, I'm like, fuck. And then when we play the Lions, I'm like, double fuck.
So,
But
so
when
you
they won, I was like, you know what? I'm happy for them. For us, it's good too because the Rams are a super young team, so we're going to be fucking killing it next year. And then I'm happy for the Lions too because they need this. So I'm hoping the Lions go all the way. I don't know how they beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship, but I hope they can pull it off. You never know what happens in playoff games, man. You just never fucking know. So
I hope the Bucks fucking slap him. I'm trying to see this Baker Mayfield love just start to explode again. One of my boys loves him. He bought his fucking pants, put them in a frame on his wall. Like he has all these jerseys signed and he has Baker pants. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? But
I no, Baker is also, he's like Lamar in the sense he's overhated as well. They hated on Baker,
rightfully so though. He's had a bad run in Cleveland. He had a bad run fucking
dude. This is the
Carolina.
problem with today's NFL. And Tom Brady mentioned this. Everything is mediocre. And you know why it's fucking mediocre? And let me tell you what. There's two reasons. One, the rules changed, making it much harder for defenders to play across the middle, much harder for defenders to go after quarterbacks. Number three is we're playing these young quarterbacks right from the start. Before, when you were a young quarterback, unless your name was Peyton Manning, you get drafted. Usually you have a 1 year, 2 year red shirt, basically, where you learn from a vet. And if the vet gets hurt, you step in, aka Tom Brady and Bledsoe, aka Pat Mahomes, Alex Smith. Okay, unless you're Peyton Manning. Okay, unless you're Peyton Manning and you come in right away and you play. That was a very rare thing. You always took at least half a season to a season to develop. Now they throw in these young quarterbacks. Young quarterbacks can't read defenses like vet quarterbacks. That's the first thing. So defenses, that's number one. Number
two rookie quarterbacks in the next round.
Exactly. Let me tell you why. Defenses are not able to come. You come across the middle before, you knew Ray Lewis was going to fucking dump your receiver, may end his whole season. He was going to clock you so bad. If you came across the middle, you knew if I gunsling it across the middle, Ray Lewis is going to come and end my life. And there's there's so many deadly linebackers. Now you come across the middle, you try to end a receiver's life, you might get suspended. You might get suspended for the game and the next week. It's way easier for quarterbacks now. Way easier. And Tom Brady's 100% right. Quarterbacks now, and defensive ends and outside linebackers, when they come after the quarterback now, they literally have to be careful, bro. They literally, and I've played contact sport my whole life, so I can attest about this. You actually play way worse when you try to hold back. Like we used to go in practice, and the coach would be like, "Yo, hold back on the rookies a little bit. Like, don't crush them," because he knows if we start crushing the rookies, they're gonna quit. They're gonna be like, "Yo, I can't handle this." And then when you hold back, you actually are like more tentative. You're not playing as well because you're not going as hard. You can't make tackles as well, so you're kind of like hesitating, and you're like, "Oh fuck." Now imagine you're in the fucking NFL. You're a 6'5", 6'6", 280-pound monster, and you're going after the quarterback, and then you got to hold back a little bit just because you don't want a roughing the passer call. You know that the penalties are going to fucking screw your team. And you're thinking about that subconsciously. So it makes defenses a little slower. And that's why being a young quarterback now is easier. So I think like we're overhyping CJ Stroud a little bit. And we're overhyping all these young guys and we're giving them opportunities really quick. But it wasn't like that.
But they're playing like veteran quarterbacks, right? So you're still playing Dak Prescott, bro. You're still playing fucking
Forget
Flacco.
Dak Prescott's not a vet. Joe Flacco came in from fucking jerking off and sitting on his couch and sleeping at 11 p.m. to dominating the NFL. To dominating the NFL for the last 3-4 weeks. And I'm not saying he dominated like he took over the world because Joe Flacco played in the era where he had to go against rough defenses. Now he's playing in an era where it's easy defenses. He was able to read the defenses so easily. He probably got the balls like, this is it. Foop, foop, foop. Sling, sling, sling. Tom Brady, he's not going to take over. But he came up from his couch, bro. What sport in the world? What sport in the world?
That does not hurt the veteran quarterbacks. It impacts both quarterbacks the same.
There's no more vets left. All the vets are done. Once Breeze retired and Brady retired, the vets are done.
Vets are like 5 years plus, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, I don't understand what does that have to do with Baker? Or these older?
What does that have to do with Baker?
Yeah.
Oh, Well, in terms of Baker Mayfield, I think Baker Mayfield was so young coming in. That was the point I'm making. He's so young when he got hated in Cleveland. I'm like, yo, he's a fucking kid. Give him a chance to develop. Quarterback's the hardest position to play.
Okay, this is your like recurring theme. You love the
Yeah, bro.
you don't like young guys getting buried.
In NBA, yes, you can bury them a little bit. And for NFL as a quarterback, no fucking way. Why would you bury a guy that came in at 21, 22 and is trying to lead a team of 30 to 32-year-olds, like 28 to 32-year-olds as the quarterback?
He
He's
won
a
the Heisman,
baby,
bro.
bro.
He won the Heisman. So
They
like the
all win the Heisman coming in.
expectations are high though. The expectations are high if you win
Yes,
the Heisman.
maybe he didn't
That's
live
why.
up. Maybe we overzealous those expectations, but Baker's a fucking deadly quarterback, and you saw that last week. Deadly
It's actually
quarterback.
crazy. A lot of the Heisman winners, like they don't actually turn out to be anything. I think
Yeah,
expectations are just too big when you
NFL's
come
a
to the
tough
NFL.
league. Even though what I just said, like the NFL is worse now than it was before. Even now, though, that doesn't change the fact it's still the hardest fucking league. Like it's so hard, man. It's so fucking
Okay.
hard. Everybody moves so fast. Everyone's so strong. But like I said, the rules are made to protect players now. 10 years ago, just 10 years ago, that was not the case. And that's why Joe Flacco was able to read defenses way better now than he did back then. And if Joe Flacco was in his prime now, he would be one of the best quarterbacks.
He
But
did
he's
pretty
too
fucking
old.
well for 5 games, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
It's so
he
much
choked.
easier. It's so much easier, bro. And then they got slapped, which like,
Yeah,
you know,
by a young
it took,
quarterback.
yeah, by a young quarterback.
You want to go to
All right.
MVP? Those are all the division picks, right? Or do you want to do
Those
the
are
Super
all the
Bowl
division
after?
picks. Yeah, we'll just do Super Bowl and then maybe we'll wrap it up because I got to head out a little early today.
Okay, yeah. I got the Chiefs and I got the 49ers. And I got the Chiefs
As
winning.
your Super Bowl pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I fucking ride high for the Chiefs, bro. I only started watching football like when they started winning, like 2018, 2019. So like it's kind of like a Golden State thing. You come in, you love the guys who were winning when they started. Bro, they're fucking dominating. And even on their bad year, this is a terrible year for them. They're fucking still killing teams and they're barely losing games. So
because they have fucking Pat Mahomes.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're up against it's
Yeah.
gonna be Pat Mahomes versus a very, very deep 49ers team.
I'm going to go another route. I'm going to go the fucking Lions. I think the Lions go over the hump. They're like the 2019 Raptors, and I think the Lions make it to the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to play the fucking Bills, and it's going to be
Oh,
fucking crazy. It's going
you
to
don't
be
have
beautiful. It's
Lamar
going to be
going?
the Super Bowl of two dire franchises in two dire cities that need it so fucking bad. And I'm going to go with my boy Jared Goff, Super Bowl MVP. Yo,
Oh, you get them
the
winning.
Lions, I've been watching them all year, man. They're a good fucking team. They got
Yeah.
good receivers, good running back, a solid defense, and I think Jared Goff finally, like I could see it in his face, like that breath of confidence of I finally made it over the hump. Let's fucking go now. Because I think there was always that thing hanging on his head that like, yo, he couldn't win a playoff game without the Rams. He's a Sean McVay system quarterback. I think, you know what? I think now he believes in himself. And I don't think he actually believed himself up until, like he did, of course. But I mean, like he believed he was a dominant quarterback until now. I think last week he took that relaxation breath and was like, I'm a fucking dominant quarterback. Let's fucking go now.
You
And
think
now
the
we're going to
Bills
see the trend.
beat the Ravens? They're good. Yeah. You
I
think
think the Bills beat the
this week?
Ravens, yeah, in the AFC Championship, which is
Fucking-
sad.
I spent so much
I want
time on Lamar. It just
Well,
has him losing.
honestly, I'm not going to lie. I didn't really think about. I kind of forgot. I got overzealous there. Let me switch my pick.
About the
Yeah,
Ravens?
let me switch my pick.
No,
Yeah,
fuck you.
let me switch my
I like
pick. Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl pick. We'll cut this out. Ravens, Lions are my Super Bowl pick.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
Ravens, Lions. Ravens, Lions,
Damn.
for fucking sure. I forgot. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. My brain just went to thinking about Josh
Yeah,
Allen versus Pat. Yeah, for 100%. I'll take the Ravens versus the Lions. Goff versus Lamar. I'll be a happy man watching that Super Bowl. I'll be going for both teams and let the best man win. It's going to be fucking beautiful.
All right.
Buffalo, I'm
sick.
sorry.
Lock those in. We'll clip them. We'll hold each other to it.
Let's do it.
Okay. We have like a bunch of topics left, but you want to leave soon. We just need to do one. We
Let's
can do
do one.
MVP. We can do the Baker trade.
Let's do the Baker trade.
The Baker. You look like you want to go in right now. Fucking,
Bro, yes, I do want to go in. I'm getting a lot of I got something I got to do, but let me tell you guys something about this Baker trade. And it's something that really bothers me. One is you gave up on him way too early. and this has been the trend of this fucking podcast, is giving up on quarterbacks way too early. You give up on Baker way too early. And the reason it's pathetic for the fucking Browns is you've been a poverty franchise for fucking 40 years. You've given up on quarterbacks too early. You drafted a quarterback that was fucking 28. They drafted a quarterback that was 28. Ahmed, like 10 years ago. They drafted 28 years old. You drafted him. Just remember that. Remember that. Okay, that's the first point. Second, then God gives you the first overall pick. You draft a Heisman Trophy winner, and you start throwing him under the bus from the media, from other players. You start blaming him as if it's all his fault, not his shitty receivers, not his shitty offensive line. Let's just throw him under the bus, which I get is the pressure you want to have as a quarterback, but it's fucking pathetic to throw one dude under the bus. You gave up on him too early. That's number 3. Why would the fuck would you give up on him after 3 seasons, 4 seasons? You threw him out and you got him a playoff win.
Yeah.
Purely disrespected. He threw for over 4,000 yards one of those years. He showed the ability. Not every quarterback's going to have an amazing year every year. Many quarterbacks, if you look at their career trajectories, up and down, up and down. He's clearly got a gun for an arm. He's a fucking great teammate. He's a hard-ass worker. Maybe he got a little too much endorsements. It got to his head a little bit. But he's a fucking grinder, dude. The dude, I would love to be teammates with a guy like that. You know he's going to be a dog for you. And he played with a fucked up shoulder for you for an entire year. And you still threw him under the bus. You still traded him. And then when you traded him for a fucking rapist. You traded him for a rapist and you gave him $300 million in guaranteed money. That's why you're a poverty franchise. It was a fucking pathetic move. Joe Flacco came in off the couch, like I said, sleeping at 11 o'clock, like with his fucking kids. Came in, dominated for you. Deshaun Watson couldn't do shit. Deshaun Watson's a fucking massage therapist rapist. He rapes his massage therapist. You let him go for Baker Mayfield, who's just because Deshaun Watson's had a few better seasons with the Texans. Dude, he can't get massages in fucking Cleveland anymore. He's finished.
I think at the time, Deshaun Watson was like at the top other than the cases. Everyone's like, oh, there's a lot of fucking cases, but he's like a top quarterback. That's what everyone thought.
Okay, dude, ain't no one. And let me tell you something about quarterback. You want to ride for your quarterback. I ain't riding for no fucking rapist, bro. If my teammates are rapists, okay, I'm not riding for him.
Playing, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
How's he fucking playing?
I don't know. We can get into that later. The broken political system of the U.S. Deshaun Watson is so fucking hated by his teammates, and I don't give a fuck what any of them say. They're not riding for him like a dog, bro. They're just not. You're not going to you're not going to jump in front of a truck for that guy. But I know for a fact every one of those Bucs players right now is jumping in front of a truck for Baker Mayfield. And Cleveland, I'm so glad he stuck it up in your face because you made a dumbass move. You gave a rapist $300 million, and you don't deserve shit. When you make mistakes like that, you don't deserve shit. So
yeah,
hey,
I think it's hindsight bias. It's definitely hindsight bias though, because at the time it was like, oh, they're swinging, they're gambling heavy, but if it could pay off really well. You know what I mean? Because Baker just wasn't at the time. Everyone's like, Deshaun Watson is stratospheres above fucking Baker Mayfield at the time.
I'll give it to Skip Bayless. He always rode for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, fuck Skip Bayless, bro.
That's one thing he did. He always rode for Baker.
Yeah, but he also gave
I like Baker too, man. Give him chances,
you know what? Bro. He proved us all wrong this year. I think he turned out to be at least an average quarterback in the NFL. He's guys struggling for jobs last year and 2 years ago, right? Now it's like, okay, you're out of the wild card. So he proved everyone wrong. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, I do. So, I agree.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson, you can maybe one of those cases you're not going to settle. We'll see. Fuck Cleveland. I fucking hate Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the Browns. I'm so happy they lost too. And they got fucking obliterated, so.
All right. We got like 10 minutes. We got this one early though if you need to go.
Yeah, I need to go, man. I need to go, people. Do apologize. A little bit of an emergency. My wife's at the dentist, and she's telling me I'm fighting them because they're trying to overcharge, and you got to come. It's been like 30 minutes, so.
You left her for 30 minutes?
Yeah. I had to do that, bro. I got to work and do this pod, and I got to work again later. I'm like,
he's on his way. He's right around the red light here.
He's gonna watch this pod and be like, "This is why you didn't fucking come." Just 30 minutes, I've been getting yelled at. I'm like,
yo, that's jokes. All right, yo, that's a wrap. Episode 16. Stay tuned. We got another episode this week coming soon. We're gonna hit NBA or UFC or something. All right, peace.
Holy fuck, bro. Well, how long was that? 15 minutes? That seems short.